So then afterwards, I had to get a mob guy to come with me and apologize to him because I was afraid they'd burn my house down.
Oh my God!
So I had to apologize to him for beating me up. He's 300, I'm 150.
Yeah.
He asked me if I wanted some more. I said I didn't want any to begin with.
3, 2, 1, bang! Men at Work podcast. Welcome back. I'm your host Kyle Pagan. I'm here with the People's Podcaster, Maddie Peoples.
Yo, what up?
We got Vito behind the camera. We want to welcome back all our returning listeners, our blue-collar babies, our middle-class mommies, and our white-collar criminals.
Hello, folks. Tax evasion.
And if you're in the 1%, you're listening to this podcast, get a fucking life.
Yeah, you got it.
Anyway, hey, thanks for everyone coming back. If you're a new listener, this podcast is called Men at Work. The point of the podcast is we just ask people, we go random places, just ask people what they do, and then we let the conversation kind of go from there. So if you're back, we appreciate it. If you're a new listener, we appreciate it. Tune in. We're going to talk to some people in Rittenhouse Square in Philadelphia and find out what they do for a living.
What's better for the Men at Work podcast than hitting up people on their lunch hour?
You want to come on?
Yes.
Right now?
Right now, please.
What?
Yeah, literally, yeah.
What?
Just pick up the microphone
man.
and put the headphones on.
Hello,
Yes.
Yeah, sit down, take a seat, get comfortable.
my name's Ralph Lauren.
Is he here now? Okay,
No,
Polo.
my name's Jamie,
Oh,
and I am a meat popsicle.
How do you mean by that? What's that mean? What are you talking
No,
about?
actually, I work at Wal-Mart 2 nights a week, and that's it.
Yeah, I could have seen that coming. I'm kidding. No, so what do you do, man? You work at Walmart. You're out here painting in Rittenhouse.
I'm also an artist.
Very nice.
I do art shows,
How long you done that for?
and we have 10,000 days left. And if you gotta go with a smile.
Really? We have 10,000 days left. What do you mean by that? What's coming?
that's like 30 years?
Until
That's not that long. I think
until
it's about 30 years. That's pretty good.
About 30
Yeah,
years,
that's
right?
pretty
it's
good.
give or take.
Yeah.
I think it's
What?
like 27. But nothing bad's gonna happen. It's just 10,000 more days of happiness, and then it's gonna be even happier after that, man.
What happens when we hit that 27-year mark? What happens? What's the big
good
end?
stuff.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
So, just like for an example, give us something to expect.
Many more podcasts.
You think it's going to be just nothing but podcasts?
Yeah, way more.
I think we already have too many.
Yeah, it's eternal doom, man.
We are actually committing to the problem.
This is cool. I like holding a microphone.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Kind of
You're
feels
good on
awesome.
mic, man.
Well, you hold a marker for a living as well, and then I guess
I
what do
do
you do
art.
at Walmart?
Oh, I stock shelves overnight.
Okay,
Graveyard
so
shift.
you're used to just holding things.
I don't like that saying, graveyard shift.
Yeah, you said it though. You don't.
I don't want.
What's a better word for it? Night shift?
Yes.
We'll call it night shift.
What's your guys' names?
Kyle.
I'm Matt.
Matt and Kyle.
Good to meet
the
you.
Matt and Kyle's podcast.
It's
Well,
Matt
it's the
Kyle
Men at
Show.
Work podcast.
What station is this on?
YouTube.
YouTube.com.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So talk to us about painting. So you come out here and you paint for
How about
Rittenhouse Square.
I'll put it into a song.
Yeah, please.
I paint out here in the park, and it's not dark.
It's not?
So if you're here in the park, swim over like a shark.
Maybe
Come
just
to
do
watch
painting.
you paint in the park.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how long you been painting?
For about 8 months.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been playing guitar since I was 15.
Okay.
Why do I feel like there's an audience?
There will be hopefully one point.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful you guys let me do this.
Yeah, man. Would you like to show one of the paintings on the camera just to get your work out to all the folks
Real?
that we have
Oh
watching?
my God, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm so
dude.
grateful.
This is your episode.
Thank you. Me?
Yeah.
I mean, you're
Yes.
number one, so.
I'm very grateful.
Heck the frig, yeah. Yes, sir.
What was his name?
27 years left. I don't know. What's his name? Maybe Mark? I'm just rhyming with the rest of his song.
I think it was Jose.
There's no way it's Jose. It can't be Jose. Ozempic?
He's got some really, really good.
It's cool as
paintings.
shit. When he says he's been doing it for 8 months, I was like, damn, that's actually...
This is pretty good for 8 months.
Yeah.
Look, everybody, in a major way.
So show them right on the camera. Yeah, perfect.
Everyone. See, I'm an artist.
That's pretty good for 8 months, man.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
So.
I want to thank you guys again, man.
Yeah. So what days are you here? What time are you usually here?
Usually, whenever it's nice out.
Okay. So people can buy this stuff?
Yes.
How much is this going for?
This one, I usually sell this one for like 40,
Show that camera.
40, 50, you know.
Okay. Reasonable.
Not
$1,000?
much. And
Dollars?
I have another art show coming up. It'll be my second art show, but I don't know when. So when I get the postcard for it, people will know like I do.
How does somebody get from Walmart to just one day being like, hey, I want to paint?
Well, it's kind of a sad story. My girlfriend, she passed away from cirrhosis of the liver.
I'm sorry to hear
I'm
that.
sorry to hear that.
It was like maybe almost a year ago, and I was just crying all day. And then I saw my friend Trey painting, And then, like, I was like, I tried it. No, he wasn't my friend yet. I kind of forced him to be my friend. And
That's how the best friendship starts.
it really, it really, really, really helped me keep my mind off of stuff. And then, like, I really love it. And everything that comes along with it, like, people actually like my art.
Yeah, I do too.
It's like icing on the cake.
So you tap into your emotions and you put it out on paper.
Absolutely.
Nice.
And it keeps my mind off of stuff. It's very helpful. Shout out to Trey, my favorite artist.
Trey's the man. We love Trey.
Yeah,
Trey,
he got me started on this.
Very nice. So,
Yep.
so your painting, it came from a lot of kind of upset feelings. Is there painting? Does that come from like you're feeling happy, you're having a good day type of thing, or is you have to channel a little more of a darker kind of tone?
No, absolutely. A lot of them are happy.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. I did a painting of Gino's from my memories. This isn't from a picture.
Oh, Gino's, thanks.
Yeah, see it on there?
Yeah.
Oh, that looks sick.
And
Did you do the Starbucks one?
yes.
That Starbucks one is sick.
Thank you.
That's really good.
Dude, that's
Thank you
really
very
fucking good.
much.
You've only been doing this for 8 months.
Yes.
All right, you go here.
I feel like he's some undercover, like, Bolivian famous artist from like Bolivia.
He's whoever the dude is that chopped his ear off. Check his ear. Make sure the
Yeah,
ear's
you
still
got
there. Yeah, we got to see both
we
ears
see
here,
your ears?
brother.
By the way, you guys are very, very funny.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you, man.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you.
great, dude.
Awesome is with an S.
So do you paint in the park, or you go somewhere else and then you bring it here to just show people off? Like, where do you usually paint at?
Oh, I do a lot of it here.
Right in here? Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding. Does anybody ever get
yeah.
in your way or kind of like start screwing with you while you're painting and messing up, or you're able to kind of focus?
Sometimes, but I don't mind it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I love all these people. You know, love will fix our broken civilization.
You ever do graffiti?
Will. No, I was never a graffiti artist.
No.
No.
Okay.
But I love it. I think it's great.
yeah.
I really do.
What's your history of employment look like?
What do you mean?
Because
The
you're
past?
Walmart now,
Yeah.
painter as well on the side.
Yeah.
Were you always in customer service, or were you always in stocking shelves, or did you have kind of a different kind of history when you got out of college or when you're 18? Or
No, I didn't go to college, but I graduated from Kensington High School.
oh, okay.
Shout out.
Oh yeah, I'm a house painter. I can paint houses.
Got it.
Maybe that is. I never thought of that. Maybe because I used to paint houses, and then it just flipped over to.
Yeah.
I can see that translating. Yeah, that
Right?
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
How long did you paint houses for?
Instead of straight lines, you went
Yeah.
squiggly
He goes
lines.
squiggles. He goes
Right,
beautiful squiggles.
Good
Quite-
squiggles.
Very honestly. Now, really quick, I'm looking at this one, and I'm
Yes.
seeing a lot of text. So we're
Yeah.
seeing, is that just
I'll take this one.
this guy
Thank
right
you.
here?
Yeah.
There's a lot of text.
I see-
Oh, is that, okay, so it is, I didn't know if it was like an invented language, but I'm seeing now it's just kind of like double lines with the,
It says
Eagles.
Eagles, Phillies.
South Street.
Thank you.
I thought so you came to the prediction of the
Rittenhouse
27
is
years.
right here. Philadelphia, it looks like, is right here. Port Richmond.
Yes.
Germantown.
Yes. Thank you.
Fishtown.
You guys are awesome, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah,
man. No,
you're
we
awesome.
appreciate you coming on. We couldn't be doing this without you and
Yeah.
stuff. So,
Whoa.
where does it go from here? You just keep coming back to the park and selling paintings?
Yes. I love it. Like I really do. It helps me a lot. Keep my mind off of stuff. You know.
Yeah,
And look,
absolutely.
one of my trademarks is I go all the way around. You see how I go all the way around?
Yeah, you do. I like that.
Oh,
so you
that's
use
cool.
all parts of the canvas.
Yeah.
Do the
Yep.
back.
Yep.
Nice. So people are getting their money's worth.
Yep. And this particular one can go any direction you want it to. See?
Shit.
Yeah. Cool.
That's awesome, dude. You're really fucking good for 8 months.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Holy hell.
Whoa.
I haven't been good at anything in my entire life. This is great to see.
I'm very, very grateful, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
No
so
problem, man.
Much.
Well, we'll let you get back to painting.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you for coming
You
on.
guys, man. God bless you.
Jamie, right?
Jamie Brady. Yes.
Jamie,
Jamie
yes.
Brady.
Nice
Yes.
to meet you, man. Thanks for coming on.
Do you have Instagram or social media or anything?
Not yet, but
Okay.
I'm setting it up now.
Good.
Hey, listen. May the force be with you.
Thank you.
And I love you guys like brothers.
Yeah, I love you more.
Thank you for
Hey,
everything.
live the next 30,000 days. to the
10,000.
best.
10,000.
10,000.
Don't get greedy, dude.
I got greedy. Thank you, brother.
Thanks, man.
Cheers.
Have a great day.
Jamie from the Rittenhouse Painter.
Who's better than Jamie, the Rittenhouse painter? That guy was awesome. I mean, I'm telling you, I can't believe getting that good at something. And that wasn't, if you saw it on camera, that wasn't just kind of placating the guest. That was deeply talented shit, and I can't do anything at all.
Yeah.
You know?
So right now we're in Rittenhouse Square. I think it's about to be noon, so we should be getting like
The
the
lunch
rush
hour.
crowd. But we
Yeah.
are on a Friday, so who knows
Yeah.
if people came into the city today to go to work, like your Comcast and your insurance companies and everything. So I mean, hopefully we get some people.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. That's kind of my go-to. If it's nice out, I'm like, I have to call out. I'll get fired. It doesn't matter.
Because it's just above 70 degrees?
If it's above 70, I have to go drink a beer at 9 a.m. and call my mom and tell her I'm sorry about everything. It has to happen.
It has to happen.
It is beautiful out there. It's a great day here in Rittenhouse.
Yeah.
I'm hoping the lunch hour. I did run into a friend in the city.
How are you?
You want to hop on?
We're doing a podcast where people tell us what they do for a living. Would you like to hop on?
Yeah, sure. why not?
Cool.
Hang out.
You can throw those on, grab the microphone.
What's your first name?
Evan.
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 Nice. From the area?
Center City, born and raised, Rittenhouse Square.
Wow.
Wow.
Never left.
Yeah, I went to college in Boston and
Cool.
came back.
What do you do for a living?
I'm retired.
What'd you do?
I was a union electrician for 37 years.
Oh.
I've been retired
no
for 5
kidding.
years.
A blue collar baby.
yes.
One of us.
Went
Very
to
nice.
Northeastern in Boston, came back here, and
Yeah.
and got in the union and did that for.
So did you use your degree? Because Northeastern's a
No.
really, really good school.
I mean, I didn't use my degree as an electrician. Then I went to 5 years of trade school after 5 years
Wow.
of Northeastern because of the co-op.
Were your parents pissed?
No. I mean, to tell you the truth, if you're a union electrician, I'm about 13 years ahead of a doctor in the earning curve who's paying medical school. He's paying malpractice insurance.
Sure.
He's an intern, and I'm making six figures 10 years ahead of him.
That's
Yeah.
actually
So
big on
he's
TikTok
in his,
right now.
That's
he's
right.
in his late 40s or 50s before he's caught up to me.
Yeah.
So people might look down at you, but a union electrician right now probably makes minimum $1.50 starting.
Wow.
That's without overtime.
Yeah, if you I don't know if you're on TikTok, but
No,
we're
I'm
on
not.
TikTok.
I'm not on any media.
Yeah.
The trades are like really big right now.
The
Like,
trades have always been the go-to.
But
I mean,
people are
but people
starting
don't
to
know
realize
it because
Yeah.
they always
Yeah.
look down the trades.
it's a stigma. There's a weird
Yeah,
kind of
it's a
like
stigma.
aura
I was
about
land
it.
on that one.
As somebody who could barely
You could do
4 years of
side
college.
work all
yeah.
the time if you want.
Also,
a doctor can't do side
If
work.
you want to
Yeah.
fix up a house,
You want to fix up a house?
don't got to call an electrician.
Yeah.
I got my guy Evan.
Yeah.
What we're trying to say is doctors are idiots.
Yeah,
You heard
doctors.
it here
We don't
first.
need- we don't need doctors, is what we're saying.
No, but you could go on vacation, and if you go to the Union Hall in Hawaii, you could sign up and work for a week.
Absolutely.
Get a paid vacation.
Oh, it's like a
So-
traveling nurse.
Yeah.
It is like the odd job of somebody who can actually do some kind of manual labor or actually help around the house is so. I mean, you call the uncle who can get everything done.
Yeah, you know how many
Yeah.
times I get side call? People for side jobs.
Yeah.
I don't do side jobs, but I get calls all the time. A ceiling fan or a light fixture or something.
Absolutely.
Is Philadelphia a good union city?
Philadelphia is one of the few union cities left. Yeah, there's not many.
What are the other ones?
I think Chicago, New York, East Coast,
Yeah.
big cities.
What labor were you in? Shout the boys out. What number?
Local 98,
Beautiful.
IBW.
Cool. Oh, I know those guys. They sponsor the Phillies.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
him.
Were you part of the one? Were you there when Jim Tomei came?
Yeah. I wasn't there. I mean, I was in the union. I remember when he showed up at the stadium.
So Jim Tomei comes
Tomei,
for his free
yeah.
agency visit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his dad was a union laborer.
Yeah, all the 98 guys were outside
So
cheering him
What
on.
a good move.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
a great
Yeah,
move. I
he
didn't
signed to
know
the
that.
Phillies.
Yeah,
No
he signed with
kidding.
the Phillies. Yeah.
The rest is history.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome, man. That's so
Yeah.
cool. I mean, I think right now, like people, I went to college. I had a marketing degree, so I guess I technically do what I did. What did you do in college?
Finance. I had the face and the haircut. I don't have the job. It's not.
I did business management.
Oh, there we go.
The co-op for 5 years.
I think that's the go-to when you don't really feel like being in college. It's like I'll get a business degree, shut the parents up, and then I'll
Right.
go from there. It
Yeah.
really is the move.
What would you, if someone's like watching this right now, going through college or just out of college? Because like I went through it. I used to work at the big tower in the sky, Comcast. I was in recruiting. I hated my life.
Okay.
Good job. Don't
I
get
got
me
a couple
wrong.
buddies there.
Yeah, good job, good people and everything. But you're doing the same thing, the rat race and all that stuff.
Right.
And I knew I wasn't supposed to be where I was, and I was kind of like 26 years old, being like, damn, life's over.
So what do you do now?
So now I do this and I do content and stuff. So I was one of the lucky ones. I got out.
You got out.
I got out. What advice though would you give people if they were watching this, like kind of in college right now or out of college?
I think if you can get in any of the building trades, a carpenter is a great trade, electrician, plumber, and if you're not aspirations to be a doctor or a lawyer or something like that, then if you I would get in the building trades. I mean,
Yeah.
if you can get in, it's tough to get in, but if you can get in, I would get in.
So, but is that even for people who aren't kind of like innately handy? Like, is it something that
well,
you think
no.
can be learned?
First of all, you can't be afraid of heights.
Sure.
Okay. I'm out.
That'll do. Yeah.
Yeah,
no
because
can do.
you're on a deck job on a high rise, 30 stories up.
You're afraid of heights. You're 6'5", dude. Don't look down. You're screwed.
and then
makes
you
no
have to be
sense.
somewhat handy or want to be handy.
Yeah, sure.
If you have no desire to be handy, then don't bother.
Yeah.
Again, not a union guy. I am probably the opposite of any union guy. I'm not handy. My
Well,
goal.
it doesn't have to be union. It could be union, non-union,
But
whatever.
my goal in
Yeah.
life is to make so much money that I don't ever have to fix things and I can
I'm
just
the same
pay
way.
somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
See?
I want you.
Yeah.
We'd call you. We'd say,
Yeah.
please help.
Okay.
Do you need any nephews?
No, I don't.
You're not recruiting any nephews?
I'm
We
good.
could
No,
really
no.
use you here.
Yeah.
I rent, and I just had to call. I poured beans down my garbage disposal, and they don't break down.
Oh, yeah?
So I had to call a real man to come unclog my garbage disposal earlier this week.
That's
Someone
pretty
that
bad.
unclog
That's-
his beans.
That's
Yeah.
pretty bad. That's
I thought
unhandy.
beans. I didn't think were that damn dense.
Yeah.
This is a true story. I probably shouldn't have shared live
Also,
on the internet. But
potato peels. You're not supposed to throw down there.
yeah, there's too many. I didn't
Oil
realize.
too, right?
Oil too. Yeah.
Or
Really?
grease.
Well,
Yeah,
if you rent,
grease.
you know, whatever. Let it
Yeah,
rip,
sure,
dude.
I'm
It's
a
their
renter,
pipes.
so.
Yeah.
See, I don't
Yeah.
do any social media. No Facebook, TikTok. I don't even know how to get on that stuff.
Well, that's
I'm
yeah.
old, so
It's a good move.
Probably for the best.
yeah. Well, too old to learn it.
Yeah.
What year did you graduate college?
82,
82. Wow, you look very young.
66.
You'd think the union would,
Oh, my
would,
goodness.
would weather you a little bit.
Yeah.
I've seen some union guys.
Well, I was at the convention center for 27 years.
That's a good
and
gig.
That was a good gig.
Yeah.
So I was only on deck for 9 years.
Okay.
If I was on deck my whole life, I'd be a little more banged up.
Sure.
Yeah. Is there any projects that like anyone would know around the city that you've worked on?
Liberty 1, Liberty 2, the Rittenhouse Hotel right here. This hotel.
And then
yeah.
Liberty 1 and Liberty 2 are right in front of
Yeah,
us right here, which
yeah.
is really cool.
Rittenhouse was my first job.
Cool.
Went from the ground
Still
up.
standing. Looks
Yeah,
good.
Still standing. Yeah. I worked down the casinos, the Playboy, the Claridge.
Really?
Playboy. Where was the Playboy at?
Well, they're all closed. The first
Yeah.
3 I worked at. It was down the casino.
Where Sugar House is, or
Trump.
now?
There was a Trump, the Playboy, the Claridge, the Brighton. The first 3 or 4 closed down.
That was down in Atlantic City.
Atlantic City. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Any crazy stories? Anything you saw while you were working down there? Or?
A lot of crazy stories, but we don't have enough time.
Give us one.
We have all the time in the world.
Seriously, we're just two guys in a park.
Where's this going to?
YouTube.
It's just YouTube, yeah.
YouTube?
If you want to censor it or leave
yeah, you
names
can
out,
leave
by all
names out
means,
and
yeah.
everything. Yeah.
I mean, there were some crazy stories at the convention center when I first got down there. There was a lot of pilferage. So if you needed a TV, exhibitors would come with all their TVs.
Right.
And I saw a guy go in the hopper in the restroom, an exhibitor, with his TV. A forklift came, picked up the TV, put it on a pickup truck, and took off before he got out of the bathroom. And or you would say I'm working there, I wanted a TV. The TVs would go in the back on the trucks. You would take the TV out of the box would get checked, the right amount of boxes. They would get to California, an empty box with no TV in it.
Damn.
Oh, jeez.
Because they would do the checks, but
Sure.
no TV would be in
Yeah.
it. And then guys would take TVs, put them in the parking lot out back, and another guy would break into the car and take it off of me. You can't report a TV that's already stolen.
Right.
And the guys were stealing TVs off of each other.
Well, I'm guessing this is probably a while ago, so TVs are probably heavy as hell at this point. The boxes are probably
this
massive.
is when the flat screen just came out.
Okay, just got a flat screen.
so
Let me
Okay.
see, I get there in 93, so early 90s.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I saw fights. I mean, in the 90s at the convention center, everybody's making big money, and there was 600 guys from different, brought up in different neighborhoods, and it was, the trades were fighting each other for work, and so there was fights every day, fist fights every day. They brought a guy down there named the Gorilla. You know who the Gorilla is?
Never good. No.
Let me show you a picture. Hold on.
I have an image in my head.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that you just have a picture of the gorilla on your phone.
It's a wallpaper. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's his.
Yeah, that'll do it.
The headline is "Gorilla is out of jail and the law is watching." So
he
this
was
guy.
ahead of the pagans. So the carpenters
Oh.
brought him down there to straighten out the laborers, because the laborers were muscling on the carpenter's work. So they gave him a union ticket. He's not a carpenter.
You just hired him to be the muscle.
Yeah, just hired him to be the muscle. And he went around knocking her. He was like 9-0. He's undefeated down there.
So he would just challenge a guy to a fight, like maybe
He
the
knocked
leader.
me out. Yeah. He
Why
knocked-
did you go against the gorilla?
Well, I didn't go against him. He said I was being a smartass, and
Were you being a smartass?
probably, yeah. So then afterwards, I had to get a mob guy to come with me and apologize to him, because I was afraid they'd burn my house down.
Oh my
So I had
God,
to
really?
apologize to him for beating me up. He's 300, I'm 150.
Yeah.
He asked me if I wanted some more. I said I didn't want any to begin with. You know?
Yeah, I wasn't even hungry. Yeah.
So how did the gorilla pick and choose who he went after?
Well, his higher ups would say, "Look, this guy's trying to muscle in our work." And he called a picket line. He said, "Anybody cross it, I'll knock him out." A guy tried crossing, he knocked him right out.
Holy shit!
His own picket line at the convention center.
And was the gorilla from the area?
Yeah, he's a South Philly dude.
South Philly guy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, when you went against him, did you get any licks in, anything, or just kind of one and
he
done
knocked
type?
me out, but
yeah.
I kind of got my bones getting in the fight with him. You
Sure.
know?
Oh, so you got some street cred.
Yeah, I got
It
some
has to.
street
I mean,
Pretty
that
sick.
guy's
And
massive.
he ended up getting shot 9 times and survived.
50
Holy
Cent.
50 Cent.
Yeah, at Broad in Oregon in broad daylight. And
Broad in Oregon and broad in
Yeah,
broad
yeah.
daylight. The gorilla's still with us?
he's still alive. Yeah, he got out of jail. Took like 4 cops to get him at the convention center. They had to knock his legs down, double cuff him.
Wow.
You know.
So you get a little bit of kind of cred from that. Did you interact with him at all after, or
Yeah,
kind of see
yeah,
each
yeah.
other and
His
go,
name's
look?
Steve.
Okay.
Steve Monteviegro. Yeah. Turns out maybe 20 years later, my brother's in a car show, in a car club.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, every 10 guys get to dinner, and we talk about cars. So we got to dinner. They wanted to hear some stories. I told them about the gorilla story. Another guy in the car club was the gorilla's brother.
Oh, my God.
I didn't even know it.
He's everywhere.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They don't talk, but it was his brother.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's sick.
And then one guy got knocked down, and they drew a chalk outline on the
No way.
yeah at the convention center on the ground. Where he got knocked out.
Dude, there's a bunch of fucking comedians in the
It's
trades.
unbelievable. I would have never known that the union got down like this. Maybe I'm just naive, but I didn't realize that there was this much kind
It's a
of.
lot different.
Are there
now.
any good
Sure.
books for anyone to read, or do you read, or
true.
you just kind of lived it, so you don't really give a shit?
I mean, there's plenty of mob books. There's no
Yeah.
books about the convention center.
Wow.
But yeah, it was interesting.
Do you have any buddies that are still in it? Do you know what
yeah,
it's like
a lot
today?
of buddies. Yeah, I mean, I meet the guys maybe every 2 weeks for lunch.
Okay. Is it better or is it worse now?
No, it's
Like-
much better. They cleaned it all up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My business agent at the time was named Johnny Dougherty.
I've heard.
Yeah,
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's the one that got me down to the convention center.
Mm-hmm.
I met him in '93. I was laid off. I was number 700 on the list.
Wow.
In '91, my number came up. '93, we had lunch. He says, "Well, I got this gig at the convention center." He says at the time it was part-time. There wasn't a lot of shows down there.
Yeah.
I said, all right, well, I need 1 more year to get vested. I said, I'll go down there and end up staying there 27 years.
Wow.
So Johnny Doc, he's always in the news, everything. But what's he like from a perspective of a guy who?
Well, first of all, he kept me working for 36 years, so I have nothing bad to say about him.
It's fair.
He
Loyalty.
was he's a diehard for his guys. He the other stuff I have no comment on.
Yeah.
But he was good for me, so he kept my family.
I gotta say, man, you must have loved it because you came on here and you're like, if you're looking for a job, go into the trades, don't be scared, and you did it, and you got your shit rocked by a guy named the Gorilla. You must have loved the job.
I loved the job.
Yeah.
I could have worked 10 more years, but with our pension and annuity, it was cheaper for me to stay home than
Sure.
working. And why should I risk getting injured?
Yeah, that's
But
the biggest
it's a great
endorsement.
gig if plus I had a good gig at the convention center.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
But
So-
even in the field, it's a good gig.
One last
Absolutely.
question for you. You're retired now.
Yeah.
I mean, you lived a great life. You lived an exciting life. What the hell do you do to compensate for it now?
That's a good question. My mom's
buddy.
96,
How are you?
so I go take care of her bills.
Yeah.
I go eat lunch in the city and walk around and do this and just kill the day.
For 27 years, you had the time of your
Yeah.
life, and now
You
it's time to
earned
settle
it.
down. I like
Yeah.
it.
You earned it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, man.
Very
Evan,
nice.
right?
Nice talking to you, Evan.
Dude.
Yeah, great meeting you.
Awesome.
Thanks
Great
for coming
stories
on.
and everything. We really appreciate it.
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm doing terrific, guys.
absolutely.
Great
How are
day.
we?
What's your name?
Mike,
Mike, and we're here with
Kate,
Kate. How are you?
little family vacation.
Nice. Where are you
Oh,
guys
no
coming
kidding.
from?
Brooklyn.
Oh, you're not here for the
Wow.
Knicks game, are you?
We went last night, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
know.
What'd you think?
It was really exciting. It was
Yeah.
her first playoff game, and her mom too. My son and I go all the time and see the Knicks. Yeah.
You worried she's a jinx?
No, not at all. we had a great time.
Yeah.
Good.
We really did. People were like nervous because Philly, you guys got a reputation
Yeah.
for.
Oh, you guys do too.
Yeah. No, but
Not the cleanest slate.
we don't have like a courthouse underneath the football. Yeah.
We demolished that stadium.
Right,
That
okay,
stadium is done.
Right. Well, we knew that like snowballs were thrown at sound. No,
here we
so
go.
people
All the
were
tropes.
nervous. They're like, "Should you wear your Knick hat?" And we ended up talking to the guys behind us. They were great.
Yeah.
We're misunderstood.
We're respectful, and look, we knew the Sixers needed the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it was exciting. The third quarter was unbelievable. They
Yeah.
hit 10 3-pointers, and Embiid went nuts. But then we did go back and look at some of the video after the game. It was not pretty.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. What
I
was
don't
I
want to
talking
hear the
about?
ref stuff. I don't want to hear the ref
I don't,
stuff.
yeah.
I mean, it is. I mean, I felt bad that playing the Knicks in the playoffs. New York and Philly were both tortured franchises.
Yeah.
Putting
Yeah.
us against each other is unfair.
Yeah. Well,
You
look, the Sixers got a 7th seed because Embiid got injured, right?
Sure.
And this shouldn't be a first-round playoff match,
This
right?
is at least a second round,
These
yeah.
are both top teams in the East. It's definitely
Only
a second
3 wins
round.
separate them.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
And you sort of see what's going around. The Celtics clearly are the team to beat, but like the two next best teams are the Knicks and the Sixers. So
Probably
it's,
true,
It's
yeah.
a bummer that they're playing each
No
other
Bucks.
now.
I like hearing the no mention of the Bucks.
You
We're
know,
not a Doc
Giannis
Rivers
is not.
team. Yeah.
He's not playing. And the Bucks are kind of preseason, yes,
Yeah.
but postseason they don't scare me.
Sure.
So,
I
Mike,
agree.
what do you do?
I work in wealth management.
Whoa.
big
Speaking like
money.
a big New Yorker. Sounds like a New Yorker.
Brooklyn Heights?
We're in Greenpoint, which is
Okay.
as far north as you can go.
I love Brooklyn.
And I'm not with like a Wall Street firm. We're sort of like a small independent firm, and we help people make good financial decisions.
Yeah, so I was asking, like, for the people who don't know at home, i.e. me, what does wealth management do? What's the layman's terms for it?
Yeah, so financial planning would be a way to say it. There's like a certified financial planner that they're starting to put into universities and business programs, and it's really anything that's to do with personal finance.
Yeah.
So, tax planning, investments, retirement planning, all that kind of stuff to help you make good decisions and plan, for the right stage of life that you're in.
Sure.
Just so we sort of keep people on the right track.
Now, were you always good with money, or you're a big spender back in the day? What was the evolution like?
Yeah. So I started as a teacher in New York.
Really?
So yeah, it's not like the easiest place to like. I'm a little older than you guys. I started in the late 80s. I was making $25,000 a year as a teacher.
Yeah.
So you need to be smart with your money to order to live in New York and do that. Most of my friends were, like lawyers and bankers and stuff. So yeah, I kind of view myself as I'm good with numbers, and that's kind of what got me thinking about it. And it's been a great profession because it's always evolving, and you're really helping people for the most part.
What would you teach?
I was a math teacher.
I hope so.
That makes sense. It adds up.
It'd be hilarious. He was like
It
spelling,
adds up.
social studies.
Let me flip it around. How did you guys decide to do this, and how long you been doing it? What are you getting out of it?
We've been doing it for a little while now. We're about a couple months in, and we just kind of wanted to do something where he's been a man on the street guy, where he'd go up and do interviews, and we kind of thought like a long form interview podcast would be a nice kind of mix up and meet people, find out what people do, and get more information on. It's a lot of Philly. We go to Jersey. We've been in Atlantic City, that kind of thing. But just trying to meet the people, trying to find out what's going on.
We like having a conversation with people because people kind of, when they talk about their job, unfortunately and fortunately, it's a lot of like what kind of defines them as a person. In a way. But there's also interesting stories. Like you start as a teacher and then you become a wealth manager, like two opposite ends of the spectrum, kind of in a way. Like you go to corporate and then you were doing civil service, and now you're doing corporate wealth management stuff. So it's interesting, and we like to kind of talk about that kind of stuff. And we're also idiots.
Yeah, we're also dumb guys. That's the biggest part. We're also dumb guys.
We're actually, if this doesn't work out, we're gonna call you next.
We'll need you, dude.
You guys are pretty smart.
Yeah.
You're feeling it out. No, and I got to say, I'm a little older. Like I said, I like giving advice to younger people, and I had no idea what I wanted to do when I went to college. I had a business major. I didn't use it for a decade.
We just talked to Evan, who who went to Northeastern.
Okay.
And he was business management.
Business management.
Okay.
Became an electrician.
Was
the
he
union.
the Johnny Dawkins guy, or was that a different
He
guy?
was in Johnny Doc's union.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
We were saying it kind of makes sense. It's you get a business degree if you have no idea what you want to do, and you go, this is a nice backup. If I have to, I'll be an accountant, whatever, but I'll try something out to start.
Right, and I did a little of that to like get in. I went to work for an accounting firm and did some tax work. It wasn't fun at all.
No, not at all.
But like I was learning, and personal finance is different. I'd recommend it for people who don't know what they want to do, because it has a practical application. It's not like you going to work for a big corporation and you're sort of doing something that doesn't relate. You're learning things that can help your family and your friends and stuff. So I recommend it to young people.
Now, what's the stress like? I mean, you're handling somebody else's money, these huge, big dollar assets. Are you stressed as can be?
It's funny. I would say no.
No.
Because we do a lot of planning.
You're so good at it.
No, it's not that I'm so good at it, but the people in we understand the history and what the risk is, and like you put the money, you see it on the news, like the stock market went down 2%.
Yeah.
Or in 2022, the stock market went down 25%. You need to understand that and plan around it.
Mm-hmm.
But things have evolved that are very friendly for the investor, and there are ways to get diversified pretty easily without a lot of cost. And you know the history, and we have conversations with our clients about getting started, what you can expect to lose in a bad year. And the thing about money is if you need it in a year, you should put it in a bank and in a safe place. But if you don't need it for 10 or 20 years,
Put it under your pillow.
Keep it under the mattress. Yeah.
Actually, you could actually earn 5% interest now. So you don't want to leave it under your pillow. You should get like a virtual bank account and switch it from your regular bank account that's paying you 0.5%.
Yeah.
And you can link it electronically and get if you have $2,000, if you have $10,000, you get 5%. It makes some sense, right? That's $500 a year, right? That's real money.
We gotta find $10,000.
Well, I would, as soon as I get $10,000, give me about 15 years, and I'll come find you.
What advice, and we can give a little disclaimer saying this is not tax advice from Mike, the wealth manager, of
course,
if we need to. What advice would you give to young people right now who, like, if would you put your money in mutual bonds, savings accounts? What would you tell people right now?
Young people, your biggest asset, like for later in life, is your future earnings, right? So you sort of think about it. Probably not making a lot of money doing this. At some point, you're going to do something that makes
What are
you
you trying
some
to say,
money.
Mike? What the hell, man?
We don't come to your business and be like, Mike, you're probably not handling these funds correctly.
I hope you're making a lot of money, but I imagine the podcasting world's pretty
You
challenging.
tell some interesting stories. Views are going up.
Joe Rogan's probably making
It's
some
all
good
dependent
money.
on you.
Right?
Yeah. You're our big earner.
Is he a client?
Not a client.
He's too poor.
But I think Spotify's taking care of him.
Yeah.
No, so really, as a younger person who's able-bodied and healthy and going to work, most of your money that you're going to spend later in life, you haven't even earned yet. So, like, you can lose everything you have. Right, and you're probably going to be fine because you can go out and earn it again. If you're older and you said the guy's an electrician or whatever, you're probably not going to do that till you're 80 years old, and you've accumulated money. You need to play more defense. But when you have the time horizon and you're younger, set up money for a rainy day. That's the first thing, right? In the beginning, and then when you have more money than that, or you start to the money starts coming in, put it into retirement accounts and protect yourself from it. Like, I don't know if you guys had corporate jobs or not, like a 401k plans away. You put 5% or 10% of the money away. You don't feel it coming out of your paycheck, and you start building things up. And that you can invest aggressively in stocks, like I said, because if you lose it, it doesn't matter, and you've got a long time horizon to use it later in life. So when you're younger, you can actually be more aggressive, and when you get older, you want to protect, you want to play a little more defense.
Hey, before we let you go,
you
got a stock you're looking at?
Yeah. I don't know if this gets to my compliance. We stay away from individual stocks.
Got it. Okay.
It's like even the stock market, like if you invest in exchange traded fund and getting a little into an ETF, you can buy like the S&P 500. That's the 500 biggest companies in the U.S. by market cap. That's a good place.
Just do that.
That's a great place to go for a young person. It's with the time horizon for it.
Yeah.
And then with that, you're going to get the biggest companies like Microsoft and Amazon. You're going to get a little piece of everything. Actually, big pieces of those. But a good place to go is an ETF like the S&P 500. That's what I'd recommend for that retirement account that has a long time horizon.
Okay.
But for the short stuff, get it into a bank account that's getting you 4 or 5%.
Right.
As you build it, maybe you don't have $10,000, but $1,000 you're going to get $50 a year. It's not nothing.
Okay.
Those are my two tips for your listeners.
So the S&P 500 and FanDuel. Those are the two.
Yeah, when you win the big bet on FanDuel, then put it into the savings account.
All right.
There you go.
Fair, yeah.
What are your names, guys?
Kyle.
Matt,
All right, guys. Great talking to you.
Thank
great
you,
to
man.
meet you. Thank you so much for coming on.
All right,
Appreciate
keep up the good work.
Absolutely.
This was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for hanging out.
Good luck managing that wealth.
Have fun in Philly. Do something fun today. What a great guy, man.
Yeah, what we got? A wealth manager, a painter. We've got a
The richest guy of all time. That's one of those guys. Somebody, the demeanor that he has is like, I have so much money that this means nothing to me, and I kind of enjoy that. It puts me at ease, very honestly.
I am so bad. I'm not bad with money, but like I am terrible with like I think if you just read, if you just like sat down and read for an hour, you could probably like triple your money in 10 years.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is right, people, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it feels right. But mine just does exactly everything he said. It sits in a bank account that's making like half percent interest for
A
like
year, yeah.
the last since I was like 15 years old.
You're preaching to the choir, dude. I just got my tax return, and I was like, I have to get rid of this right now. It's the best tax return I've ever gotten, and I'm halfway through it. It's been 2 weeks.
Dude, that hits differently.
It's
I
unbelievable.
fucked up my taxes this year. I only got like $300 back
Yeah.
because I fucked them up.
Yep.
And you know what I did? my fiance was like, just redo them, and I said, they're done.
Yeah.
They're done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
They'll be there next year.
they're going to ask for it again. My dad does my taxes. I don't know if that's surprising to hear, but
That's not surprising at all.
he hit me up.
The 4 years of finance school.
He hit me up and he hit me that I owed quite a bit. I got the tax return in, and then he hit me that I owed about half of it back because he screwed something up.
How's your job going, Nettie?
Bad. I don't know if they like me, and I worry about it every day.
That's life, though.
Yeah, it's kind of brutal. I go in, I do comedy at night, and then I get in the next day and with a slight hangover, and I go, boy, I hope I can do this for 10 hours today.
Oh, God.
You know?
And you do it?
Well, I wouldn't say I do it, but it happens.
7 hours? Why are you working 10 hours, by the way?
Just a hardworking guy, man.
Okay.
I don't work on. I don't work on Fridays. That's why I'm here.
Oh, shout out to you, actually. That's actually smart.
It's not the worst. Not the worst deal.
Hi, ladies. How are you?
Would you guys like to come on?
We're doing a podcast where we ask people what they did for a living or what they do for a living. You seem like you got some interesting stories.
Yeah, we'd love to have you on.
Take a load off.
We won't hold you up too long. No. All right.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a good one. Okay, I hear you. Us
I
too.
don't think so.
Trying to make our mile walk.
Okay.
Oh,
very
well,
nice.
good luck.
Well, good luck and Godspeed. Pretty ageist of you there, dude. We asked people what they did for a living.
Yeah, I did. I assumed.
What are you digging the grave for? Let her live.
I just assumed she was retired. I did not assume she was on the back 9, putting on 18. All right.
Only fans.
How you guys doing? We're
Hey.
doing a podcast where we ask people what they do for a living.
You want to hop on? We won't hold you up too long.
We
Come
won't hold
hang
you up
out.
too long. Actually, you know what? We're going to do the first exercise.
Whatever
One
works,
right
yeah.
here and one right here.
Yeah.
We're going to guess what you do for a
Oh my
living.
God, I can't wait.
All right.
Oh, wow.
You're never gonna guess. You really won't.
All right.
Okay, actually,
I like
you
the
know
challenge. You want to throw these
So-
on? I'm Matt.
what?
This is Kyle.
And I'm Kyle.
It's called Men at Work. Yeah.
This is
Men at Work?
This is our work.
Oh, we're perfect candidates for this.
Not specific. It's not a
People think,
gender.
actually, you know, it's funny because
Yeah.
people think it's like one guy goes, "You only interview men." I said, "No, it's just really making fun of us that like this is kind of our
What
job.
our
in a
job
way.
is, yeah.
Shout out to us.
Oh my God. Okay.
Shout out to you guys.
Shout out to us.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna guess what she does. Can you tell us what you do, unless you do kind of
Hello?
the same thing she does?
We do not do anything of
Dude.
Is this?
similar.
Am I doing the right thing?
Yeah. If you want to put
Yeah.
those on, you can hear us.
Obviously,
Makes
you're
it a
not
little
in
easier.
audio or podcasting.
Not an
so we
audio
can-
engineer.
Why
we
would you
can
say that?
Knock that one off. What do you do?
I'm a
Wait, I thought you were
reinsurance
st-
broker
I thought you were supposed to guess.
We're
No,
gonna
no,
gauge.
we're gonna guess you.
Why
Yeah.
me? Okay.
Yeah.
because
You're
you
gonna-
look more interesting.
No, because you sat down here and was like, "You're never gonna guess."
Is that what I sounded?
No.
No.
You also have to guess where I live.
We have to guess where you live.
I don't live here.
What's my social security number? Let's hear. Yeah.
What's my 5-year goals?
I bet you don't know.
So you're an insurance broker.
Reinsurance.
Reinsurance. What's the difference between insurance and reinsurance?
Insurance for insurance companies.
Oh
Obviously.
no.
Don't thought me over there.
Are you the
this is my
problem? What's
podcast.
happening here? Oh no.
So what is?
It's me.
I can actually just. I have all the power in the world. Mute right there. Yeah.
She's back. She's back, folks.
So reinsurance. Insurance.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
We don't have to go any further than
No.
that.
I just I want to know. Like, give me an example, because like once again we do this podcast because we're idiots and we want to learn about what people
Clearly.
do.
You know,
Yeah,
guys, we have
insurance
feelings.
companies need insurance.
Okay.
So my company finds insurance. for
Okay. So
them.
if like the Sixers are your client, someone falls off the escalator, you're the one who does the insurance for that.
So the insurance company of the Sixers, I find them insurance, yeah.
Got it. Cool.
Don't say
Perfect.
too much.
All right. On to you.
Fair.
We're gonna guess what you do.
All right. We can ask a couple questions around
Awesome. They're never gonna guess.
it. Do you work in the city?
You tell me.
No, we
you
have a
have to
couple. We got to
answer
give a couple
Yeah.
surrounding questions around it. So we have a
Okay.
reinsurance friend.
Do I work in the city?
Yes.
I don't live here.
Okay. A city. A major city.
Not a major city.
Okay.
You're never gonna guess. I'm a pretty niche woman.
Okay.
Uber driver.
A corn husker.
Yeah.
Sorta.
Okay.
Is that close?
See?
She said she's not in a city.
So, hold
She's
on.
not in a city.
Hold on. So, do you work in farming?
No, but honestly, a little bit.
These answers are very
we're gonna
vague.
need
I
more
know.
concrete answers. Do you work in agriculture?
I don't work in
That's a f-
agriculture, but
okay.
what I do involves being kind to the earth and
Okay.
tending to it.
Do you work in this time zone?
No,
Do you work in the central time zone?
no.
Do you work in the western time zone?
Mountain West.
Mountain West. Okay. So you're in like Denver, are you in Denver?
Nope.
Mexico?
Close.
New Mexico?
Are you a park ranger?
You said Denver and then New Mexico?
Are they not in the same time frame? I don't leave the East Coast.
No, that would not be my second guess next to Denver.
Okay.
It's close to Denver, kind of.
I felt like, do you work in like a national park, something associated with a national park?
I live in a national park.
You're
So
homeless.
Wyoming.
I live in Wyoming.
You live in Wyoming. Okay.
I live in
Cheyenne?
No,
What's the Jackson Hole?
Jackson Hole.
Okay, so you are wealthy. Or
I'm not wealthy.
Okay.
I'm the opposite of wealthy.
Because a lot of people in Jackson Hole are wealthy.
That's where you're wrong.
Really?
You clearly don't know anything.
But doesn't Kanye has a house there? All my I know people that are like
Sandra
rich as
Bullock
shit.
does too.
Sandra Bullock has a
Yeah.
house there. Sorry, I'm kind of like blocking you out.
I'm a
My
little
fault.
surprised. I've long said that I don't think that Wyoming is a state because I've never met anybody from Wyoming.
I'm not from Wyoming.
You're not from Wyoming?
I'm from Boston.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause-
like
okay.
a liar. Okay,
Yeah,
I got it.
Like a what?
Like a liar.
Boston.
I thought you said you're from Wyoming.
No, I live there right
Live in
now.
Wyoming.
Hold on, we're trying to
Okay.
guess what she does.
Think outside the box.
So you work in or you live in a national park?
You live like 10 minutes outside. If you're
Yosemite?
Nope.
How the fuck do you live in Wyoming? and
Yosemite's
not
in
Yosemite?
California.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. You guys don't know anything.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
bringing
why we're
a
here.
lot to your life in a valuable way. Yosemite is in California, Grand Teton National Park.
Grand
Okay.
Teton National Park. Okay.
Okay. So I live in Jackson Hole, which is town.
Are you a government employee?
No.
Are you self-employed?
No.
Okay.
I've said enough. You guys can figure it out from there.
No, that's not fair. This is fun.
Are you a reinsurer?
No.
Okay.
I'm the opposite.
You're an uninsurer. Okay.
Yes.
You burn the park. You're an arsonist.
A little bit.
Okay, so all right, here we go. So
Taking them down.
They're so.
is that true though? You burn things?
No.
Oh, you gotta be real with us. This is-
Emotionally, yes.
Emotionally, you burn things. Are you a deforester?
No. Can I help you a little bit?
Yeah, please,
I
absolutely.
work with kids.
Wow.
I would have never. That's not even
You
on
teach
the
kids
radar.
how to become arsonists.
No.
Okay.
Can I just tell you?
No.
Yeah. Oh, I would've liked to have heard it.
I like this game. This game is good. So you work with kids. You're in Wyoming, in a national park.
Yeah.
I think it's cult leader is the only. That's the only thing I can deduce from kids national park,
Kind
middle
of.
of
Are
nowhere.
you in a cult?
Kind of. No, I'm not. No.
Is it a religious job? Is it
It's
affiliated with a religion?
Can I just tell you?
No.
Okay.
You've been on for like 5 minutes.
We have a lunch to get to.
What time?
boys. 1 o'clock.
What time is it?
12.
You got all the time in the world.
We got
23
time.
minutes.
We got time.
Can you give us a question to ask her?
This is your job.
We're phoning a
Look at
friend.
this dog.
She's kind of led you down a path that you're probably not going to get it.
She keeps saying that too.
It's
Works with
very
kids.
much
What's the first job you
obvious.
think of?
Teacher.
I'm a teacher.
Oh my God! I thought it was like a fun, cool thing. That stinks out loud.
Oh my
dude.
But
God! I
at
hate
a
teachers.
science
No.
academy.
Yeah, but it's complicated.
What subject do you teach?
I teach 3rd and 4th grade.
What's the subject? Is it just a science
Have you
overall?
guys been to elementary school?
Have we been to elementary school?
Yeah, like they don't really have like general.
Like she teaches.
Oh,
eds.
really?
Like you teach. No, like in grade school you teach like multiple things.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What school did you go to?
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
So I teach
but they-
everything.
You
No
teach everything.
kidding.
Yeah, you're a jack of all trades, master of none.
Which is why, well, I would
can't believe-
prefer master
I can't
of all things.
I can't believe we opened the present and it was teacher.
It was not- I
Yeah.
which we like.
I'm pretty, that's,
You said arsonist for a hot sec there.
Which you can do both.
You
It's
led
not-
me down
Yeah.
but like
I
I
know.
actually think reinsurer is a more interesting job than teacher.
that's why, yeah, I don't appreciate that. I'm going to be honest. You clearly don't know what you're talking about.
I might not. And
When's the last time you talked to a teacher? And when's the last time you went anywhere outside of Philadelphia? You thought Yosemite was in Wyoming.
I did. And
So you don't know
It's
shit.
fine. It's fine. We like it's East Coast bias, but like
Very much.
I don't know. You guys are like there's a lot of you. You're the first reinsurer I've ever met.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice. I think you have a really interesting job. Tell me
I
more.
like teacher. I like teacher. I think
I'm not
teacher's good. I think
shitting on
reinsurer is good.
teachers, but I'm just saying, I've sold a bag of goods.
Could you teach these kids right now, just quickly, something off the bat?
Yeah, but that would be inappropriate.
Yeah, I guess that would be inappropriate to yell at kids. That's
Yeah.
pretty fair. I can
I
see where
yelled
you're
at
coming
kids
from.
last
Good
episode.
teacher.
True. Good
Um,
teacher.
So what's teaching like in Wyoming,
I thought,
in a national park?
well, how much do I want to say to you?
That's fine. I mean, I don't think this will get out
It's
to
really,
Wyoming.
it's awesome. I love what I do.
Good.
And I teach 3rd and 4th grade, but I'm going to teach in a residential treatment type of facility with kids who are trauma impacted.
So
Oh, wow.
so now I'm an asshole because that's actually.
I think you're an asshole no matter
That's
what,
fine.
because being a
No.
teacher is a lot more complicated.
Dude,
I'm emotional.
100%. I'm out here talking to a camera. Like,
Sure.
I 100% agree with you. I'm just saying. I felt like I was sort of back.
I have nothing against you. I don't know you.
About a very interesting job. Did you always want to be a teacher?
Now he's interested.
No, I am.
I didn't grow up saying I know for sure I want to be a teacher, but I think I've always known to some capacity that that's what I'm meant to do with my life, is work with children who need somebody who can get them and help them do what they need to do in the best way, and I've always kind of found my way back there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the answer. Did you always want to be a reinsurer?
That would be concerning if I said yes.
5 years old, just shot
9-year-old
Yeah.
mom and
I
dad.
to do insurance, Mom!
Please. Absolutely not.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But do you like what you do?
Yeah, I do. I get to travel all over the place,
That's
so
sick.
that's pretty cool.
She's
Cool people.
Go to Wyoming?
Badass businesswoman.
Yeah.
We're very different.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a tough job. That's got to be a tough job.
It is tough. It is tough, but it's good. Learn a lot.
Yeah,
And what did you go to school for?
Actuarial science.
that'll do it. Yeah.
I hated that class.
No wonder you guys are so much smarter than we are. We should have
Thank
asked your
you.
degrees first.
Let's
yeah.
leave it at that.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go to the dandelion. We'll,
Yeah, we
we'll
won't
let
hold
you
you up.
enjoy
Thank you
your
guys
time
for
in
hanging out.
Philadelphia.
you.
Thanks for letting us bother
Appreciate
you.
it.
You're a lot of fun.
Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
for what you
Enjoy
do.
the city. Enjoy Wyoming.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. That was pretty funny.
Listen, I didn't mean to shit on the whole teaching profession and stuff. I know what you guys do are great things and everything. I was just,
Don't make me guess.
you think Wyoming, you'll never guess what I do. You know, national park.
I thought it was going to be pretty exciting. I started to
I
get
was
pretty
like,
damn excited.
Oh fuck, what's this lady do?
And
No.
like we said, of course, teaching, disadvantaged kids, that's a beautiful, wonderful thing.
We love teachers.
I did not want to guess. I thought it was going to be something like I killed the president or something, something nuts like that.
I thought it was going to be like scientists for the super volcanoes that sit underneath
Oh, yeah, yeah.
the national parks.
Maybe, yeah, true. NASA, whatever they do.
Teacher.
Teacher. Reinsurer, too. I think that girl's like kind of responsible for the 2008 collapse. I think that was like all of that was dependent. I mean, I'm just guessing. I don't know how old she was. She looked young. Great moisturizer, but she, I think that was the whole thing. From my understanding, it was the people insuring the banks sold the things they insured to other people, and then when they all defaulted, everybody got fucked. That's my understanding of it.
I thought it was the housing crisis, but you're smarter than I am. You
What if-
sounded smarter than I am.
What if those girls
Hi, how
watch
are
this
ya?
back? How you guys doing? You guys want to come hang out for a
Come here
second?
for a second. Just 1 second.
Do a quick little interview?
You're good. We ask people what they do for a living on a podcast. We'd love for you to sit down. We don't take much of your time. What's your name?
Lola.
Lola. Nice name.
Very nice.
What do you do for a living?
I work at Termini's on A Street.
Oh, down in
Yeah.
South Philly.
Yeah.
Like world famous bakery.
Yeah.
What's your guys' specialty?
Mostly cannolis.
Cannolis.
Yeah.
Nice.
Are you
How
a
long you been
baker?
there?
What do you do there?
No, we just we talk to the customers, give them tours, but yeah, mostly that.
So Reedy's is giving tours?
Yeah.
Wow.
The flagship store gives out tours.
Sweet.
So yeah.
How long you been there?
4 months, 3 months. It's very nice. Yeah.
So
No
you're
kidding.
new. Have you always been in the tour?
No. I'm actually 16. I haven't even graduated high
Oh.
school yet. Yeah. So that's why I was like, oh, what do you do for a living? I'm like, Termini's.
So is most of the people on the tours, are they like older people? You got to find ways to relate to the
It's really
olds?
all types of people.
Really?
Like all different age groups. It's mostly tourists, though.
Okay.
Is
Yeah.
that something you want to do in the future? Hospitality?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know what I want to do yet, but probably archaeology,
Oh.
anthropology, yeah.
No
Why
kid.
so?
I don't know. I just really like history. I'm into history and stuff like that. It's very nice, yeah.
Got it.
Is that going to be the major? You're thinking a history major, an archaeology
Yeah.
major? Wow.
Probably something like that, yeah.
A lot of reading, dude. Do you ever just bring that into the tour stuff? Just talk about the history of what's going on, or is it just it's got to be very by the books?
Sometimes it is by the books because it's already laid out, you know, it's very specific how they want us to do it, but there is a lot of history, so it's hard to touch on all of it at once, but it gets easier as the tour goes on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever lie on the tours to spice them up?
No.
Do you think about lying on the tours to spice them up?
No. I mean, the tours really are interesting. Like the history, there is sometimes where I'm like, I try and like get them to like persuade them more because they lose interest because they're looking around. They're like, oh, they see all different types of things. And I'm like, well, if you come over here, like, you know, try and guide them. But everything's pretty planned out on how they want us to do it.
That's fair.
Give us an interesting fact about Termini's.
It started in 1921, and they have 5 locations.
Wow.
Reading Terminal, like Packer Park, Comcast Center, Live Casino, and the A Street one. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very like interesting company. It's very good. They're very family oriented. Yeah. I like it.
What's the craziest fact about it that you throw out on the tour to really like? If somebody's losing interest, you rope them back in.
What do
with
you
this
lie
one.
about?
I don't lie.
We gotta
but
hear a lie.
I'll be like, if you come over here, this mixer is from like World War II.
That's fun.
Actually from World War II?
Yeah, it actually is. Surprisingly, I don't know how it lasted that long, but
This is Storm D-Day, the mixer itself. Yeah. That's incredible. That's cool. I've never heard of this place before, but I'm already interested.
Yeah.
The tour guide is selling. Yeah.
Were you a child of Termini's? Like, did you go in a lot when you were younger?
No, I'm actually from Miami. Yeah.
Okay.
So-
the plot thickens.
Yeah, so when I
That's a long commute.
Yeah, I know. So, and I'm not like, it's very like Italian, like, and I'm German. I'm not Italian at all. So it's like a whole different culture I had to learn.
You might want to keep that World War II fact to yourself then.
No, that's crazy.
Those two don't mix well. You got to be careful there. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, how'd you make your way up here from Miami to then now South Philly you're working in?
My mom married which is now stepdad, and his family is very like South, like not South Philly, but more South Jersey area.
Mm-hmm.
And we've lived in cities my whole life. My mom used to travel a lot. She lived in London, LA. So basically, we just came up here because my mom loves Philly. Believe it or not, it's probably one of the most diverse cultures in this city I've ever been to.
It's true.
Which
I
is
would agree.
crazy, yeah.
South Philly is nuts. How much
Yeah.
you got the Polish, the Irish, the Italians, like the Mexican neighborhoods. And
Yeah.
stuff. Like, it's crazy how.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that until I actually, because now I'm over in like sort of by Passyunk, but a little more towards Mile Messing Ave,
Yep.
and it's very like Mexican and Cambodian over there, and the culture is just insane. It really is diverse.
Say Passyunk again.
Passyunk?
Okay, so that's how you say it, right?
Yeah.
Because there was a
I know
an article in the
the-
paper this week that was like, are we saying
Passyunk?
Passyunk or Passyunk, or are we
Yeah.
saying it wrong? But I think I like the way you say it.
Passyunk, yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Passyunk, yeah.
When I first moved here, my friend at school was like, because I used to call it Passyunk, she was like, why are you calling it that? It's Passyunk. I was like, well, it's spelled Passyunk. And a lot of the pronunciations here are different than they are from where I'm from. For example, like Oregon Ave is Argon instead of Oregon.
Yeah.
It is.
It's Argon.
That must be a Philly dialect,
Yeah.
though.
I will say, as somebody from New Jersey and somebody who can read, it is Passyunk. And I'm going to keep saying Passyunk, I think. I think I'm going to stick with
I think it's that
Passyunk.
too, but
I'm sticking with
I
it.
can't deal with the people.
It's the Philly people that give you a hard
so
time,
I'm
I'm
just
sure.
like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
No, you're doing the right thing. The
Yeah.
Philly folks have their little pronunciations. I'm from Jersey, so I like to make fun of the Philly folks and the way you talk over here.
Well, you pay
I can't.
$5 to get into our city, so shut up.
Okay, fair. I can see that.
Where do people get tours?
A Street.
A Street?
A
A's
Street.
and what?
No. Wait.
I hope that's not a fact on the tour.
No,
Where are we?
I'm trying to think. I think it's like 8th. It's right by 8th and Dickinson.
All right.
Okay.
By like I don't know, because it's like one of those streets where
People, Google
it's
Maps,
like
Termini
yeah,
Brothers.
just look up Termini's, go to the one on A Street, follow it, and you'll find it.
Go see Lola for tours. Hit her
Yep.
up. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Thanks, Lola.
No
Very
problem.
nice. Thanks for
Nice
hanging
meeting
out.
you guys.
Enjoy your
Yeah,
day.
absolutely. Have fun.
How are you? I know you're interested. Come on over. What do you got? 5 minutes? So we have a podcast. It's called Men at Work. We just ask people what they do for a living, and the conversation just goes. If you got 5 minutes,
I got time.
let's
Very
go.
nice.
Crazy. Okay.
And we got the guitar. Oh my
Sit yourself down. Get comfortable.
Oh, shoot.
I know we got.
Official here.
I know. Sorry.
Absolutely.
Got to get that audio.
Wow.
We need it.
So who are we
Guys,
here with?
I'm Kat Melvin. How are you?
Kat.
What's your name?
Kyle.
Kyle. Really nice to meet you.
Matt, nice to meet you.
Matt, really
Good
nice
to meet
Kat
you. Sorry for
Melvin.
the wimpy hand there. I was grabbing.
Ah, that's all good. Don't
Whip
even
your
worry.
hands too. Yeah.
So,
What do you do for a living?
a contractor. Well, actually, I make furniture, and I'm remodeling a building over on in Center. Well, here in Center City.
Got it.
Right now.
How long you been
So,
contracting?
20 years, 30 years.
Yeah.
Shit, a long time.
You like
Oh,
it?
I just cussed it. I'm sorry.
Do you let it
No,
go?
let it
Okay,
rip. Yeah.
cool.
Do your thing.
I
Fucking
love
do
it.
it.
I work for myself, and I also make furniture, which is satisfying.
Yeah, that's all.
That's the goal. Work for yourself.
Right? This is what I'm saying.
Like that's the goal.
I
Yeah.
mean, I've had
Jealous.
the worst narcissistic bosses like in my life, and yeah.
But in a way, that's a good thing, right? Because it knew what you wanted to do. Maybe
Yeah.
not the time you realized it.
Well, I'm kind of on like my 4th career, so
Let's hear the first
Yeah,
story.
give us in chronological order what we've
You got an
done.
interesting story. I like this.
it's more of a nightmare. But no, I started out as a screenwriter.
Cool.
And then I left that in the early 90s. I used to train horses, show horses competitively.
Wow.
So that was before I started being a screenwriter and a little bit after.
Okay.
But then I had a kid that kind of slowed things down, so I started flipping houses.
Wow.
So,
What a crazy that. How do those
and then
connect? I mean,
did
that's
some speech writing for some politicians in Texas.
okay.
And
I can
then
see that with screenwriting.
Yeah.
ended up in Tennessee building boat docks and decks and stuff, and now I'm in Philly. I know. The last 15 years of my life has been a refugee crisis out of the South, okay?
Okay, totally fair.
Where are you originally from?
We're just in survival mode.
I like that. I like that. And so now you're building furniture and you're a contractor for people.
Yeah, well, for myself. Yeah,
For yourself.
basically, yeah. And I'm loving restoring this old building. I'm learning how to make my own plaster cornices now to replace the broken and rotted out ones.
Love
so
it.
that's kind of cool.
So residential, more commercial? Like what's the contracting?
My contracting is all residential.
Residential?
Yeah.
Cool.
So you're living in Philly now. Where are you originally from that you eventually made your way up here? Are you from around here?
Dallas originally.
Really?
Cowboys fan?
No, I knew the family and they suck.
You know the Joneses?
Yeah, his daughter lived across
shocker.
the street from me. And
You knew the family.
Wait,
Yeah.
you lived across the street from the Joneses?
Yeah, Shai Anderson and his wife, my brain, their kid was my kid's age.
Got it.
And they
wow.
lived across the street from me.
Got it.
Their house faced our arena that we trained our horses in.
Oh, big
Got it.
money
Did they ever
over
buy-
here.
Did the Joneses ever buy any horses from you guys?
No, they
Bastards,
wouldn't.
what terrible neighbors.
Yeah, they stink.
No, I
Buy a
know.
horse.
Yeah.
What do you got? What are you playing there?
So I've got, this is a round back ovation.
Beautiful.
Been beat up a lot. That's why I don't put it in case. I just sling it on my back. It's weird. I
No,
know,
that's
but
awesome.
Yeah.
The strap is nice. Can you play anything for us? Would you have anything you want to throw
Yeah,
out? Just a
I might
snippet?
need a tune real quick.
Go ahead. This is why we have editing.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
oh, cool. This is Miranda Lambert.
I love it.
Okay,
Give
beautiful.
us something.
I cut my bangs with some rusty kitchen scissors. I screamed his name till the neighbors called the cops. I numb the pain at the expense of my liver. Don't know what I did next. All I know, I couldn't stop. Word got around to the barflies and the Baptists. My mama's phone started ringing off the hook. I can hear her now saying she ain't gonna have it. Don't matter how you feel, it only matters how you look. Go and fix your makeup, girl, it's just a breakup. Run and hide your crazy and start acting like a lady. Cause I raised you better, gotta keep it together even when you fall apart. This ain't my mama's broken heart. Wish I could be just a little less dramatic, like a Kennedy when Camelot went down in flames. Leave it to me to be holding the matches when the fire trucks show up and there's nobody else to blame. Can't keep revenge and keep a spotless reputation. Sometimes revenge is a choice you gotta make. My mama came from a softer generation where you get a grip and bite your lip just to save a little face. Go and fix your makeup, girl, it's just a breakup. Run and hide your crazy and start acting like a lady. Cause I raised you better, gotta keep it together even when you fall apart. This ain't my mama's broken heart. Powder your nose, paint your toes, line your lips and keep them closed. Cross your legs, dot your eyes, don't ever let them see you cry. Go and fix your makeup, girl, it's just a breakup. Run and hide your crazy and start acting like a lady. Cause I raised you better, gotta keep it together even when you fall apart. This ain't my mama's broken heart. Yeah,
Ooh.
I added a guitar on that.
Oh,
before that bridge, so fair enough that you
That was
started-
phenomenal.
An original.
That was too cool.
Dude, that's awesome.
I made it my own.
I love
extra
that.
bar.
So, I mean,
Yep.
contractor, show horses, can play the guitar. Like, you're a pretty interesting woman.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I gotta say, you have a very Drew Barrymore kind of aura to you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm always going for that free spirit, no
Yeah.
hate in my heart kind of thing.
You can
I'm
feel
sorry
it.
about that.
No, you're all good. Yeah, no worries.
You know what they say, hate ages you.
Yeah.
So,
It
yeah.
makes
All
sense.
right.
Yeah.
I gotta stop hating.
I gotta stop. Yeah, we gotta stop.
I'm actually 15.
Well,
No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, and I'm like, yeah, you've got some revenge going deep.
He's feeling it.
Got crow's feet.
I'm getting my full quarter's worth out of this video game of life, right?
Yeah.
I'm like getting
This
an
video game life.
experience,
I like that.
right? I'm getting to experience all different kinds of situations.
That's such a Drew Barrymore line too. I'm telling you, I'm getting my full game and all quarters.
Well, I'm
That's
telling you that
beautiful.
I also am trying to raise my XP and HP points on this one round because next time I'm going to come back a little more like prepared.
Oh, with a,
yeah, okay.
I like it.
I like
Yeah,
that.
but
So-
anyway, it was really fun talking to you.
yeah,
Oh,
great
you're a
talking
lot
to
of
you.
fun. You play instruments?
No, never played instruments, never cared to play instruments either.
Really?
Yeah.
Sounds like somebody who tried and couldn't do it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I did pick up a guitar at one point. I never forced my parents to buy me one.
Hey guys, would you guys want to hop on? We're just doing a podcast where we ask people what they do for a living. Hang 10 for a little bit. We just ask people what they do for a living and then kind of go from there.
Yeah. We'll give you 5 minutes.
Yeah, we won't hold you up.
Yeah. And if you stink, we'll cut it.
Yeah.
So,
Fair enough.
what's up, man? How are you?
Two handsome lads here. Holy
Who's that?
moly.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't assault our guests already before they even come on.
What can I say, man? All right.
What's your name?
Rory.
Rory. Sick name.
And your name?
Bucking.
Buckin and Rory.
Dude, Rory's a sick
my
name, and then
God.
you just upstage with Buckin? Like,
Appreciate
that's
it,
insane.
thank you.
Where are you from?
We're both from London.
Nice.
No kid.
Nice, man.
What
That's
brings
sick.
you to Philadelphia?
I'm studying here at UPenn, and he's visiting
I'm
me.
on holiday.
Okay.
Wait, what do you do for a living?
I just started my biotech. Work at biotech.
Okay.
Say, what is it?
Biotech.
Biotech.
He said it very British. He said it very Britishly.
I'll pump him up. He is a drug discovery PhD at Cambridge, and
Cambridge?
he's just like spun out the drug. He's trying to cure some disease. It goes over my head, but he's now like started a drug company
Dude.
that's going to cure something.
We're not going to get
What?
views by just telling us that it's in biotech.
Wow.
Like you're some just like scientist that just clocks in and puts the pills in the dispensers.
Drug discovery. So can you give us a little more color to that? What's that like?
It's full of people who don't wear trousers that fit and don't look you in the eye, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, just trying to
What are we
sort out
discovering?
the.
As much as you want to give, obviously.
We try and improve the way that we treat bacterial infections.
Bacterial infections.
So got a big issue, and they're not working. So
Will that make
we're
its way
pumping them
over
up.
here, or is that just strictly for
Of course, yeah, mate. You provide all the money.
Yeah.
Really? We do.
Yeah, big market, big money, investing, big sales.
We've got a nationalised health service in the UK, so
Yeah,
it's
you
like
guys do
not
that.
as much like funds in the
Yeah,
UK
we're cheap.
health system.
We're cheap over here.
So
Yeah.
Pretty cheap too.
So you're directly involved in that. That was nice of you to pump him up. What do you
yeah,
do?
well, I'm an investor in the company, so I want to use any time I can pump this company up, and
Wait, so it's your company?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sick, dude. So you go to Cambridge, you get a Penn. You went to Rowan, I went to Temple. I mean, we're
Yeah.
just sandwiched in between two of the smartest guys in the world with the coolest names.
four bastions
To be fair-
of intellectual ability.
Buckin is an investor, and he goes, "Let me pump him up." And he goes, "He's inventing some bullshit. I don't really know what it does, but I am paying millions for it." Yeah.
So what could we, like, if this does like go through, like how would this help like society?
It improves how antibiotics work. So they're struggling at the moment, a lot of resistance, and we just basically give them a big booster and prevent that resistance occurring and can treat it faster, more effectively.
How is bacterial infection science going? Is it good right now, or is it underfunded? Like,
I'm saying you should just make sure that you pass the Pasteur Act that's going through Congress at the moment.
Got it.
It's,
All right.
Could
I'll
you
do that
give
when I get
people-
home. I'll
Yeah.
do that as soon as I get home.
Should I call my congressman?
Yes, please.
Okay. What's the past?
Tell him Rory said, sort your act out.
What's the Pasteur Act?
It's basically making it more commercially viable for people to innovate in developing these sort of novel antibiotic or antimicrobial therapies. Yeah.
Got it.
We've always said pharmaceuticals, they just don't get enough money, man. We got to take care of these guys. These poor, underfunded kids, man.
And then Buckin, so you're at Penn right now.
Yep.
Also an investor in the company.
Very fortunate, small investor, but hopefully it makes it big.
Yeah.
So I'm Penny. I'm a business school.
Most
at
valued
Penn.
investor.
Okay.
Thank you. So just moved over to the US like a year ago. Got one more year.
Nice.
Very
and
nice.
Hoping to stay, find a job eventually.
Okay, you want to stay here?
I want to stay here for
Nice.
sure, at least for 3 years. I've got to get the visa,
Okay.
and then we'll see what happens from there. But
Cool.
I love it here in Philly.
What do you want to do?
So I was working venture capital before, and I'll probably stay in that space after, just about like on this side of the Atlantic.
Yeah, that's not strictly true because your dream to be here is actually to be a reserve quarterback. So
yeah, I mean,
Dude, hold a clipboard for 500,000, 600,000, 1.2 million. Yeah,
I'm 29 now. It might be a little late.
I think you're right on the money, dude.
I played pro rugby when I was younger.
Okay.
Very badly. I would say I was probably one of the worst pro athletes in the rugby team. Like,
Vice Harris is in this city, so.
But yeah, I'm not playing anything anymore. But you know, if the Eagles want to give me a call, I'm open.
Dude, to hold a clipboard for like 1.2 million. Talk about investor.
Oh my God.
My goodness, that seed capital is going to become.
Yeah, I picked the wrong
plant
job.
Capital.
That's how you cure bacterial infections.
Yeah.
Just be a backup quarterback. Whatever you do there.
What area of VC were you in?
So I'd invest in like very early VC funds themselves. So like guys who are investing maybe like 10 or 20 million, which like at the pre-seed, so like the very initial idea stage. I would basically invest in their funds firstly, and then when they get breakout companies, so I can like talk about one fund I invested in last year, a guy on the West Coast, Starship, Sean, shout out to my boy.
Shout out the boy.
They invested in a company called Reflect Orbital.
Okay.
And what they do is they put mirrors into space to shine solar, like light down to solar farms at night. He was like the first investor in that company. I invested in his fund, and then what we do is try and invest alongside the managers and the companies that do well. He's obviously doing crazy shit. Like this company, it's like very low probability of success, but they've had some initial success. They just raised the round from a really top venture capital investor in the Valley.
Nice.
And then we try and like invest alongside it as this company grows.
So I see that you guys are drinking black coffee. We have milk in our coffee. Are
Very
we
creamy
idiots
coffees.
because we do creamy coffee? Is smart people do black coffee?
I mean, you know, I
both.
wouldn't say that.
Flat whites in the UK, flat
whites.
coffee over here.
Okay. My girlfriend's a flat white, so that's.
We're trying to keep our carbs low. We're heading down to Angelo's at the moment. I'm showing him, you know,
My first Philly
his
cheesesteak.
first Philly cheesesteak.
Oh,
So
very
Dude,
nice, man.
Want to make sure to
you
keep the stomach.
started at the top.
Is that the best?
Yeah.
It's in my mind, it's the
Okay,
best.
that's what I thought.
It's
Yeah.
a solid one, yeah. It's a solid choice.
Yeah.
And I'll say this. I've been making myself laugh in my head, pretending that your last name is Ham Palace.
What's your last name?
It's not that, sadly.
So it's not Buckingham Palace. Okay.
That would be good.
That's right. We got two of the smartest guys we've ever met, and I'm like, oh, is your last name Ham Palace?
Obviously, your job, VC stuff, is to make money, like is to invest in growing businesses and stuff. Are you worried about the bad things AI can do, like kind of like take people's jobs and shit? Like, does that ever kind of cross your mind, or is it kind of just like, no?
No, definitely. I think the way, at least I'm not the deepest thinker on this, but the way I think about it is that I think it's a tool to make people like, at every wave of innovation, there's always been like some sort of disruption where, you know, people like industries have had naturally just sort of like shifted. But I think it's going to be a tool to make people be able to do their job better, more efficiently, take away some of like the shit work that people have to do.
It'll be the cotton gin of technology.
Wow, what a pull. I would have went with Google, but
okay. Sorry.
The papyrus of...
But yeah, that's definitely like, yeah, something like people need to, you know, be thinking about. And I hope a lot of people in the industry like are thinking about it.
Smart people really interest me because I always wonder, like, were you born smart or did you just work insanely hard? Like, do you think you are smarter than the average person, or do you just work your ass off?
Or is it both? Could
Or
be,
is it both?
Yeah.
I don't know. You're a savage worker, man. You pound yourself.
So you're a savage
absolutely-
worker.
yeah.
He's fucking smart.
I'm a big picture
work
guy.
hard.
Okay, it's cool. So that's cool.
And
Like,
that's fair.
like, that's
Yeah.
great. Like, that's
I think the smartest thing you can do is recognize who the, you know, people who are way smarter than you in other areas, and then I'm just like, hey guys, do you want to go for beers? And then, you know, maybe we could execute on this, and then they do it for you.
It's cool.
Very fair.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Fellas.
Well, guys, thanks so much.
Thanks so much
You
for
guys were a lot of
coming.
fun.
Appreciate it,
Pleasure.
guys.
Yeah.
Good
What's the
time.
podcast called?
Huh?
What's the podcast called?
It's called Men at Work. So this is us at work.
Talking to men about their work.
Talking to other men about work. Talking to ladies about work. Talking about anything about
nice.
anything people do. We want to know.
Great.
That's how you meet a VC at Penn, and that's how you meet a guy who's going to save us from the antibacterial world, or
Hopefully,
bacteria.
If you pass the Pasteur Act.
Pasteur Act.
Pastor Act, big shout out. Let's go,
Go speak
Congressman.
to Congressman and make them pass it.
Everybody
Get it done,
do
baby.
your research on the Pasteur.
Yeah.
And the Pastor Act. All right.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good
Thanks so
day.
much, guys.
Thanks,
Appreciate
brother.
it.
Thanks.
Have fun at Angelo's.
Yeah.
I think we can end on that.
That's awesome.
We met Ham Powell. We met Rory.
Yeah, I think there's a couple cool guys, interesting. I think we got some of the more interesting people we've had so far.
Yeah, you come to a park sometimes, you don't know who you're getting.
Yeah, this is a nice mixed bag. I had a great time.
But man, thanks to everybody. Thank you to the union worker. Thank you to the wealth manager. Thank you to Ham Palace and his boy Rory. Thank you to the contractor / show horse. And then, did we have any other ones? Oh, we had the painter.
We had our painter friend. Yes,
Jamie, who
Jamie,
we might
of
go
course.
over and look at his art after this.
Yeah, maybe make a sale.
But hey, I'm Kyle Pagan, and Matty Peoples. Thank you as always.
Thank you,
and
guys.
Vito behind the 1s and 2s over there. We love you, buddy.
Producer extraordinaire.
Couldn't have done it without you. So
Thanks, guys.
We'll talk to you, and we'll see you next week. Men at Work podcast.
Peace and bliss.
Like, rate, subscribe.
All of it.
Go and fix your makeup, girl. It's just a breakup. Run and hide your crazy and start acting like a lady. 'Cause I raised you better. Gotta keep it together.